Hey, this is John Young with the Weekend Handyman. Today we're looking at a cooling system here from Arctic Cove. This is their 18-volt bucket top fan slash cooling system. And what this is a little fan, and I'm just kind of pulling it out of the box here for the first time. Pull out the instructions to go through some of those because that's always important to do. But it's a little fan that will sit on top of your bucket, or you can hook up a garden hose to it and it will do a little bit of misting. You can see there's a couple of spritzers, little nozzles here on the side, little sprayer nozzles, and they will put a fine mist in front of the fan and the fan will blow. Now this is all cordless if you want it to be. This is working on the 18-volt batteries, which their battery that comes with it, and then I'm going to fumble it and drop it. But the little 18-volt lithium-ion battery that comes with it is very, very much identical to the Ryobi batteries, which are the ones that are in the 18 plus system, the 1 plus I should say, system. So we've got the one that comes with it, and then I pulled out some of my favorite Ryobi batteries, the smaller one and the larger one, but basically what I like about it is they have the little indicators, and we're going to see if they fit, and we're going to kind of look at this, we're going to set it up and show you all that is involved with it. There is a little charger, and you'll notice that the charger is a little bit different than the one that we use for our Ryobi batteries. So there is a charger. If you don't have any Ryobi batteries, this would be an option, and you could use that. I'm going to just set that down because I like the battery. I'm not going to use it because I want to use the Ryobi ones. And of course, the instruction manual and everything are in the box. Make sure you read through that, which I've already done that. We've got two switches on the front. One is going to operate just the fan. If you want to just run the fan, you've got your high and your low on that. And then, of course, you've got the pump that's going to move the water. And it also has a high and a low on the pump. They're basically rocker switches. You turn this around. We have our battery compartment. That is a sealed battery compartment because you're going to have moisture, so you've got a nice rubber gasket and such. The batteries will sit inside there, and off you go. Back here we have our spot where we can hook a garden hose up to it. Ideally, you'd want to hook up something with either city water or some clean water. You don't want to be running kind of garbage water through this because this is going to be spritzing across you, and you don't want to have garbage water in there. Let's pull this hose out a little bit. This is the one that will sit down inside a 5-gallon bucket. Now it has a little screening and such on the end of it, so it can go down into the bucket and it'll keep most of the big debris and such out. But again, you don't want to have a situation where you have a lot of garbage in it. Ideally, if you're using a 5-gallon bucket, or you could even drop this in a bottle, a jug, or what have you, you want the water as absolutely clean as possible. Any debris, any kind of a muck or gunk in there is going to be something that's going to be plugging up these little nozzles on the sides, and you don't want that. So let's start with the battery. Let's come back here. My rocker switches are both in their neutral or middle position, so they're off. So I have the smaller one, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this might be a 2 amp hour battery, something like that. 1.5 to 2 amp hour size battery. Goes in there, locks in. Really, that's quite good. Which that's not too surprising because that's the same size. But now we get into, I've got the 4 amp hour battery here, and of course Ryobi now has a 6 amp hour battery that's even a little taller than that. It fits wonderfully. The 6, let's see, it comes to about there. Yes, I'm pretty sure the 6 is going to fit in here also. We can actually leave the big one in there because we like more power. And then I can use the fan. That's on low. And there's my high setting. Now, the cool part, just slide this over a little bit because we're going to put our bucket up here. Our 5-gallon bucket with water. Drop that in. And this is all designed to sit on top of a 5-gallon bucket. And now we're going to just turn the pump on first and see. I see water. Woo! Okay, so the pump definitely works. Right in the face, it kind of hits the person. So we'll turn the fan on. Actually, we're going to turn the fan on high, and we're going to turn it that way so it's not getting me. So now we're getting that mist from the water, and we've got the fan that's blowing it out, and it, of course, is going to make it feel certainly cooler over here. I'm going to turn it to a high pump. Whew, that's a lot of misting going on. We'll go to a low again. I'm going to turn this around actually and go the other direction from you and the camera. just walking around trying to feel where it is. We've got a slight breeze that's carrying it away. So if I'm kind of like within 4 feet of it before the wind is taking that mist away, I can definitely feel a cooling effect from the mist and such. And yes, I'm getting wet right here. So I'd have to back up a little bit farther, and I can still feel kind of a cooling action. Over here, I can still feel I'm getting a little bit of the mist. So it would be definitely something I wouldn't want to be within the zone of the mist. Let that go for a minute, and hopefully it'll dry itself off just a little bit. So I think there's definitely applications for something like this when you're in a more of a dry spot. Right now, today, our humidity isn't too bad up here in Minnesota, but it's a little higher than probably you'd really want to use something like this. I can definitely feel the cool air as it's coming off with that moisture. But if I were going to be using this, I'd probably have to be sitting 6 feet away, kind of in that mist zone or just beyond that mist zone, and be able to get that benefit of it. But then again, as it dries off, we're kind of earlier in the day, more humidity in the air, drier air would definitely be kind of a neat thing. Boy, and it definitely sends a mist out. Wow, a lot of moisture. Whew. Anyway, so this is, let me shut this off. This is the Arctic Cove system here for cooling yourself down on those hot, dry days. This would be a great option for an outdoor application. If you're looking for something for inside, certainly not this, because it's going to be making everything kind of wet right in front of it. But if you're outdoors camping or something and you want something that's battery powered to help kind of cool down that area around your camp, the table and such, this could be a great option. We'll put links in the description below so you can check this out. But again, this is from Arctic Cove. This is their 18-volt lithium-ion powered cooling system for outdoor use.
For more tips and how-to videos, go to weekendhandyman.com.